Thank you so much. It is a privilege to be here with you all today. And parents, let me just applaud you for your involvement and just showing up today to get this valuable information for your students. It's obvious that you are in it to make sure that your students are successful. And that's our goal as well. So again, thank you so much for coming. My topic is the all-important topic of graduation requirements. And that's what it's really all about, making sure that our students graduate from Dallas ISD college and career ready for bright futures. Next slide. So a little bit on our little quick agenda and presentation, we're going to talk about the implications of graduation. What is House Bill 5? And what are the benefits of House Bill 5? Then we're going to talk about endorsements. And I'm sure several of you have already heard that term endorsement, but we're going to look a little bit into what that means and what it includes. Then we're going to have just the graduation requirements. We're going to review what does it take to graduate from high school. And then our exit ticket will just be a little quick quiz that you guys are going to pass with flying colors on graduation requirements. Next slide. So before I get into the meat of the matter and what the actual graduation requirements are, I do want to just touch base on something that's foundation at all grade levels from pre-K on. And all of these characteristics and qualities impact graduation. So without good attendance, good grades, the importance of course selection, making sure that students, your children, choose courses that are meaningful to them and are rigorous, and a positive result in the state assessments, we cannot get to graduation. So those are areas that we want to develop in students all the way, as I said, from pre-K all the way through. Next slide. So House Bill 5, what is House Bill 5? It is the new requirement set in place by the state as of 2014. So students who entered high school from 2014 and beyond are under what we call the Foundation High School Program. And that's what's included in House Bill 5. So House Bill 5 restructured the state's graduation requirements to the following: students graduating under the Foundation High School Program, and it allows students to earn an endorsement by completing additional credits. And so we'll talk about what those endorsements are, but that's basically what House Bill 5 is. Next slide. So some of the benefits of House Bill 5 and the reason why the state went in this direction is making sure it was an attempt to make sure that all of our students are ready for what's beyond high school. Not just to thrust them into the world, but that they're really college and career ready to be successful. It also includes the benefit of attaining state grant funds. So with students graduating under these plans, they're eligible for funding for post-secondary pursuits. It put in place eligibility of the top 10 automatic admission to public colleges. So students who graduate under the Foundation Distinguished Plan are eligible for those automatic admissions. And it also gives students the opportunity to apply for scholarships and the college application process. So it's really important that students graduate with the rigor that's involved in the graduation plan under House Bill 5. Next slide. So this page shows an outline of what just the foundation basic credits that all students have to earn. And so basically we're looking at all students have to have English 1, 2, 3, and 4. Usually it's English 4 or some other English course in its place. They have to graduate with at least 3 credits of math, that's Algebra 1, geometry, and an additional math course. All students have to have 3 credits of science, biology, and either IPC or a chemistry or a physics class and another science class. They have to have 3 credits of social studies. So that has to be world history or world geography, US history. Every student has to have that. And then government, a half a credit of government and a half a credit of economics. In addition to that, students have to have 2 credits in a foreign language, and it has to be the same language, 2 credits of Spanish, 2 credits of German, 2 credits of French, and so forth. Students have to have at least 1 credit of PE or athletics. They have to have 1 credit of fine arts, and then 5 electives credits. All right, so that is just the basic. When you add that up, those are the basic 22 credits. But we don't want students to stop there, and that's not our goal, is that they just graduate with this basic. And so let's get into what additional credit students need to graduate from high school. Next slide. So in addition to the foundation, there are 2 plans, the foundation plus the endorsement, and then the foundation distinguished. And that's the plan, that's the default plan for the district. So every student starts high school on the foundation distinguished plan automatically. All right, and so the goal is that students under the foundation distinguished plan have to earn at least 26 credits. Most students are going to be well above that, but the 26 is the magic number to be able to graduate. So what's involved in the foundation distinguished? I'm so glad you asked. So the foundation distinguished level of achievement includes 26 credits, and it includes Algebra 2. And that's made up of 22 credits that we just looked at on the previous slide. And in addition to that, now instead of 3 credits of math, they have to have 4 credits of math. And instead of just 3 credits of science, they have to have 4 credits of science and 2 additional electives. The endorsements are listed out below. The STEM endorsement, STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and math. So students who are interested in those types of courses and those types of careers will more than likely choose the STEM. Then we have business and industry, which includes not just business courses, accounting, finance, and management, but it also includes construction and those courses that they can get certifications in, plumbing, anything in industry. Then we have the public services, which that usually includes the law, the health classes, if they want to go on into the health professions. It also includes courses in education if they want to become an educator later in life. So that's all falling under public services. Then we have the arts and humanities. And again, just by the title, those are additional, where students take additional courses in the fine arts or social studies and humanities. And so students who have those types of likes and inclinations would go that way. And then we have the multidisciplinary studies. And this one is for students that I'm not sure what I want to do, but multidisciplinary gives them an opportunity to take courses in various areas so that they can figure out, what do I want to do in life? And so that's multidisciplinary studies. Next slide. So this breaks down each one of those 5 endorsements. And so you see the types of careers for each one. Like I said, for the science, technology, engineering, and math, those students that want to take additional math courses or science courses or computer science, engineering courses. There's schools that have extra engineering courses. And so that's the STEM. Then the business and industry, again, it's not just finance, but it's also hospitality and tourism, marketing, technology applications, students who are interested in journalism and those types of careers would go into the business and industry. Public services, again, the law, health, science, professions, public safety, correctional officers, police officers, those students who are interested in government and so forth, they would go into the public services endorsement. And again, the arts and humanities, it includes those extra fine arts courses. It also includes students who want to take more than just the 2 levels of foreign language. They may want to take 4 levels Spanish 1, 2, 3, and 4, or they can take 2 levels of Spanish and 2 levels of French to earn the arts and humanities. And again, extra social studies and so forth. And then again, multidisciplinary is it gives a splattering or a taste of all of the different subject areas. Students can pick and choose, and so that they can figure out what they want to do in life. Next slide. So it starts, really the whole graduation process starts in 8th grade. When students begin in 8th grade, they select an endorsement. And really, parents, we want you to be involved in this whole process because you know your students best. And so in 8th grade, we'll ask the students, we'll give students an opportunity to learn about the different endorsements and the different careers involved in the endorsements. And then with their parents, make some decisions as to what endorsement they're going to pursue in high school. And so students complete that endorsement form, parents sign it. And then again, they must have the 4 credits in math and 4 credits in science, not just 3. They have to complete 4 additional credits in like the public services, like the law or the STEM or the business and industry. They have to complete 4 additional credits in those types of courses. They may select more than 1 endorsement. They may want to try a little bit of this and try a little bit of that. That's fine. Students have the opportunity to choose more than 1. And then the courses for the endorsement include a sequential, coherent sequence of courses. So if it's business, they'll take the introduction to business, and then let's say maybe accounting 1, accounting 2, or business marketing and management 1 and 2, and so forth, so that they can go into depth in those subject areas. So I want to show a little video. Dallas ISD was featured as far as this whole endorsement selection process and what it means and what are the graduation requirements. So look at, yay, Dallas ISD being featured on Channel 8 News.
It's time for our Middle School Minute. Let's talk about endorsements. Those are the group of classes designed to give students in-depth knowledge of a certain subject area. Now, these classes are grouped together by interest or skill set. And even though students don't take endorsements until high school, it is never too early to start understanding the options.
So it helps them to start focusing and looking at their future from the perspective of what they would love to do as an adult for a career.
Now, there are 5 endorsements to choose from: science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, or STEM, business and industry, public service, arts and humanities, and multidisciplinary studies. Each of these endorsements is designed to help kids get a better sense of what field or career path they might want to pursue when they're older. And parents, you know your kids best, which is why you should be involved in the process of helping your student choose the endorsement that's the best fit. It's almost like a window into your child's potential future.
It allows you to take a sneak peek of what will be, or what can be, or who you can become.
For more great tips, visit WFAA.com/education.
All right, excellent, excellent. So that kind of gives you a view of just the endorsements and how you play a critical role in your child's selection of endorsement and ultimately their graduation. So let's see how well we're doing, how well we recall the information. So we'll have a little test. How many credits are required for English, math, and science if a student is on the Foundation Distinguished Level of Achievement graduation plan? All right. So I'm glad to see nobody put D. It varies per student based on just whatever the counselor decides. It's going to be 4 credits. C is the correct answer. So 4 credits in English, 4 credits in math, 4 credits in science are required. Whereas the foundation, it just requires 3 credits of math and 3 credits of science. So that's That's some of the differences between the two plans. So if you remember 4x4, and then the ultimate final, I'm going to ask that question here in a minute, then you've got it. Next question. How many credits are required for the Foundation Distinguished Graduation Plan? So what is our goal number of credits? How many credits do students have to earn to be on the Foundation Distinguished Plan? Yep, you got it. You got it. You guys got it. Right, is C, 26 credits. It requires 26. That's our magic number. 26 credits in order to graduate from high school. All right. The 22 we want to stay away from because it really limits what they can do after high school. And so 26 is the goal for your child, 26 and beyond. All right. Next question. Which graduation plan prepares students to be college and career ready? Is it A, the foundation plan with just 22 credits, B, the distinguished level of achievement with the 26 credits, or C, it varies per student based on the counselor recommendation? All right, it's rolling in. B is the plan that prepares students with our district goal of being college and career ready, because we want them to be successful, and we know that you do too. All right, so 26, all right, the distinguished level of achievement. Next slide. All right, so our portrait of a high school graduate, we want them to have the right number of credits, which we talked about tonight, on the Foundation Distinguished Plan of 26 credits. Of course, we need for them to pass the STAR test, and that's all the way through, but particularly when they get to high school, those 5 tests, the EOC tests, pass those tests, and then those two things combined will equal a college-ready high school graduate. Next slide. So if you're wanting more information about graduation and the particulars for your child and what is the best endorsement for your child, contact your counselor, your school counselor, and they will give you all the information that you need on the graduation plans and helping to make sure that your child successfully crosses that stage into a bright future. Next slide. This is our department. And again, I'm Sherry Vaught, and I'm one of the coordinators in the Counseling Services Department. Our director is Joanne Jackson Powell, and we have several other coordinators listed here that serve the counselors in the school as they serve your students, your children, and hopefully being successful in not only graduation, but just in life skills. Next slide. So again, I want to thank you, parents, and I can't emphasize your partnership and involvement matter and are definitely appreciated. And it's the only way that we will be successful with your students is with you involved and partnering with you. So thank you again for your presence tonight, and thank you just for your involvement in your child's education. Good night. Have a good evening.